Hi guys, welcome back. Paul, UK Reefer, just to show you my RO DI setup, ready for the new build, the Reefer 250. Water comes in from the left hand side, into the RO DI unit, and back out into the water butt. The water butt can then fill the 25 litre water change bucket. One slight issue that I've realised is I might have mounted the power for the heater and the power heads a little bit too close to the unit, so I think I'm going to change that. But basically the idea is that I can fill up the 25 litre straight from the drum, put the salt in, heat it, put a power head in through a small incision that I've made in the top of the 25 litre thing here to drop the pump in, and then when it's ready to go in the house, just put a bit of tape over the top of that to stop any water coming out, and that'll mean that I can pump the water out straight into the 250 sump. So water changes should be nice and easy, and we should limit the amount of water going on the kitchen floor, which will keep the wife happy. Just while I'm out here, I received all my sand yesterday. I've got about 25 kilos, that's probably way too much. But what I've done is taken the opportunity to use the RODI water to thoroughly clean all of the residue off of it. I've gone for quite a coarse grain of sand at about 1 to 2 millimetre pieces, only because I'm going to be running an SBS tank on high flow. So I don't want the sand to get chucked everywhere. And to be honest, I'm not going to put a huge amount in anyway. It's really just for a bit of decorative purposes. There's no deep sand bed filtration going on. So yeah, RODI systems from osmotics.co.uk. Really good company. I've used them a couple of times. The systems are great. There is a very slight leak on one of these, and I've emailed them yesterday, and they're already sending out a new DI chamber to replace it. No questions asked. So really good company. The instructions are really good, and there's a few videos on how to set them up. But it's basically 4-stage pre-filter all the way up through to deionizing unit. I've tested the TDS in the water that I'm receiving in there using the TDS meter, and immediately 10 minutes after running the filter, it's running at 0. So that's a really cheap TDS meter. Luckily I live up in the northwest of England, and the incoming mains water in this area is really good, because it comes from above ground reservoirs, so there's no chalk. So basically the incoming mains comes in at 12 parts per million, which is very rare. It's usually more to about 60-70 down in the southeast potentially. So yeah, really good incoming mains, a little bit of filtration, and we're down to 0 TDS. Again, as I've said in my other video, the idea for this build is to ensure that the water coming in is all done by myself. I don't want to bring any salt water in, any RO water from any other source except for what I've handmade. So that includes all of the filtration, all of the rocks that I'm going to be putting in there. I am seeding the whole system via products rather than risking hitchhikers. So let's hope that that has a really big impact on keeping ultra low nutrients and minimal hitchhikers in the system. Okay, any questions? Like and subscribe and comment. Cheers, bye.